Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. It is gray and diffuse light outside, but it's light. Boy, it's only been, less than 2 months since December 22nd? When it was the darkest night of the year, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was like midnight outside. Oh, it's after 6 o'clock before it gets that way now. Thumbs up for that. But it's a gray, wet day, Pacific Northwest, and finally we're getting actual winter weather. Thumbs up for that. Hopefully you slept well. I slept. That's a good thing. On my one side so long, my shoulder was killing me when I finally did wake up from discomfort. Yay! And of course, front-loading of videos. If you could toss me a like, that'd be very cool. If you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be awesome. If you could leave me a comment, that would be double plus good. And I would like to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. These are literally beautiful and literally awesome people whom I need to update the list of. But these people are helping to keep me and my aging pet alive. And if you would like to help keep me and my aging pet alive, there are links to the Patreon in the video description, as well as a PayPal for possible donations, an Amazon wishlist link with things like pet food on it, and the post office box is going away at the end of this month because I just cannot justify paying over $200 a year for it. It has more than doubled, almost tripled in price since I first got it. Oy vey. Front-loading of videos over. Hopefully your day is a good one so far. Yay! Oh boy, yesterday I had falling asleep issues. Of course, right around the noonish point of the day. But while that does affect me, even if I don't stop breathing, it damages a lot of things like my concentration, my motivation. I am affected for hours afterward. If I stop breathing, it's really bad, because then I wake up with my ears ringing really, really loud, my hands and my feet just tingling from lack of oxygen. Strain on your heart, strain on your brain. Yay? But as a quick aside, with nothing depressing, I was watching I knew that a lot of our bones were like in our hands and feet, but there are approximately an average of around 206 bones in the adult human body. There are 27 bones in each of your hands, and there are 26 bones in each of your feet. Over half of the bones in your body are just in your hands and feet. So thumbs up for that. I just like anatomy and physiology and stuff like that, and I like remembering old things because it keeps your brain working, as well as learning new things. I do like to learn, and that is a good thing. And I am salivating like crazy around my dentures, so my sincere apologies. I have turned into a samurai of old. I have popped some pebbles into my mouth to fool my body into thinking that I'm drinking, salivating around them, and then having to swallow the excess saliva. Yay! Still though, I'm going to try and get some recording done today. I do still plan on doing more of the solo RPG stuff. I haven't stopped doing that. I've got my games over here. I've still got some PDFs I have to print out. I've got stuff to show off, and that'll be good, so thumbs up on that. Yay! There is one game out there that I do want to mention just as a quick aside, because it wasn't until this morning that I found out that they have really weird dice requirements, quote unquote, on the requirements. You can play the game without the weird dice, and so there are companies out there that sell bags of dice that are just for this game, but it's called Dungeon Crawl Classics, and it's a big book because they split it up into 3 of them: Player's Handbook, Game Master's Guide, and Monsters, and they put them all into one big book instead of charging you the same price for 3 different books. But Dungeon Crawl Classics uses a 14-sided die, which they don't make, except they make them specialized bags of them for this game, and a 24-sided die. Again, something they don't make, except they do just for this game. It's expensive, the game. I mean, it sounds like it's fun, but $20 for the PDF and the weird extra dice where the game will play without them. They tell you how to fake it, but if you require, it's bad enough to get the weird shaped dice as it is that role-playing games often require. Getting even weirder ones that cost more. Still though, life is life. Past that, I've just been surviving, walking to Walmart, trying to do the at least 7 miles every single day. At the very minimum, I do 6. I'm doing about 4 days a week, I'm hitting 7 miles. And 3 days a week, I'm still doing 6 because I'm still exhausted at the end of the walk. And the last mile is where we're starting to head into southern Shelton, which is all uphill. And in a very short period of time, just a few blocks, you gain at least 100, about 200, and in some spaces 300 and 400 feet of altitude in just a few blocks. It's not mountains. It's just, well, I mean, it is kind of, it's not really mountains, but it's mountainous in this area, and oh boy, you gotta climb up some hills, and there are some hills in southern Shelton where I am amazed that people actually live up there, because even walking up some of these roads is hard. I cannot imagine what it's like when it gets icy. Thumbs up for that. Still though, I have been thinking about various things on my creative subject, so I wanted to talk about those because, hey, it's stuff that I enjoy doing. I'm still hoping to get the writing projects done, but even if I don't, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it will be the end of the world for me when my time runs out, but even if you make a name in publishing, I was born in 1962 of the last century. I grew up reading science fiction books and short stories from all the greats of that era. And I mean greats. These were people that influenced science fiction for decades. Some of the things that we have right now that influences the things that we see in movies were because of the people that I was growing up reading. So these were actually greats. But how many people, especially if you were born after the year 2000, do you know the name Ted Sturgeon? How about A.E. Van Vogt? C.M. Kornbluth? How about Isaac Asimov, Robert Heinlein? If you're older, you probably remember those names because you grew up reading them if you like science fiction. But if you didn't grow up reading that older stuff, do you remember any of those names? Do you know any of those names? Have you heard of them? Have you ever seen them? Or were these the first times you've heard them? I mean, you may have heard of things like Sturgeon's Law, 90% of everything is crap. Yeah, that was Theodore Sturgeon, the science fiction writer, one of the greats. You may have heard that. That was him. But if you do, that's all you know him by. So, making a name for yourself, look upon my works, ye mighty in despair. And all that remains of Ozymandias' statue in a sea of sand is just 2 legs sticking up, with the empire gone and the statue almost destroyed. Nothing we make lasts. So produce and be creative for yourself, especially since I harp on this one a lot, and I will continue to. When people who are in the grind set, the hustle grind set, say, make your passion into your work and you'll never work again, no, that just turns your passions and your pleasures into work. And who wants to make your hobby, your passion, your pleasure into work? So create because you enjoy creating. And that's awesome. If you can make money off of your creations and you would like to do so, then please do so. But that's not the end all and be all of creating. So now I'm going to talk a bit about my creative setting again with the whole cryptid stuff, because I've talked this one is real quick. I'm going to mention this on the whole solo RPG stuff I just noticed here. They were talking about lead paint and how it's unfair. It's really unfair. Why it's so dangerous for kids. Lead is a metal that tastes sweet. So of course kids are going to suck the lead off of their toys. Of course they're going to do things like eat paint chips. Of course they're going to do things like lick the lead off of their fingers if they handled the old-fashioned lead figures. Lead is a metal that is so incredibly toxic, tastes sweet. But on the creative front, there are a couple things that I've been thinking about with the whole Uncle Bonbons thing. And Uncle Bonbons in the cryptid setting is corporatization is happening among the cryptid world, where people are sensing money and are becoming intrusive with their capitalism. Part of that is cryptids love to eat human beings. We taste so good to them. Every part of us is delicious. Where there is a market, where there is a demand, there will be a supply. So Uncle Bonbons is the Ben & Jerry's of the providing human meat for snacks and food department, where they try their best to use volunteers. Not just American, human capitalists in charge of the corporations are the ones that start gathering people up basically against their will to break them down and turn them into snacks. So there's a rivalry going on between Uncle Bonbons and the other corporations that's a friendly rivalry, but neither of them really like each other because of the different philosophical bents. But try to remember what I was going to go into. Yes, I've mentioned before how there is a drink that they make for cryptids, but they also make a human version. The cryptid version is toxic for human beings. It's got at least 35 grams of caffeine per 500 milliliters in that. That will make you die if you're a human being, and there's other things. Yeah, cryptids like it. It gives them a little bit of a kick for a tiny bit before their livers neutralize it. That's premium hemacola because it's sweetened with human blood plasma. They make a hemacola light version for those human beings who have their third eye open and like to eat and drink products made from human beings. And hemacola is not toxic any more than normal like sodas are. It's basically store-bought cola beverage using human blood plasma as the sweetening with a bunch of other human products in it with some cryptid plants and such for pharmacology reasons. And when you drink it as a person, all of that, it reminds you, the taste reminds you of someone that you used to know, which is a weird feeling because your third eye as a human being does not open until after you hit puberty. So you're usually 12 years old or up before your third eye opens. So you didn't eat anyone when you were younger, but this cola, the taste reminds you of somebody. The taste of having eaten someone reminds you of the taste of somebody you used to know, but you never ate anyone back then, but is reminding you of that. It's a very confusing feeling, but the nostalgic feeling is nice. They also make, because I was thinking of this one going on, the Uncle Bonbons bone glazing sauce, because bone glazing sauce, human flesh is like Jell-O to cryptid teeth and claw. There's no crunch or any resistance to our meat when we are eaten by cryptids. Our bones are like those sugar wafer cookies that crunch between your fingers. A little bit of crunch, very, very little. Bone glazing sauce is a flavored type of quick-setting cement that adds crunch to human bone. So you devour a person, everything but the bones. You pour on the bone glazing sauce, wait 10 minutes for it to set, and then wow, you've got human bones. Oh my God, they taste delicious and they have crunch. Thumbs up for that, because cryptids are like humans. They like salt and sweet, and they like things to crunch when they eat them. So, trying to remember where I'm going with this. The Uncle Bonbons, because they have the original flavor, and then there is Cajun flavor made from real people from Louisiana. And there is Canadian flavor, which is actually just made from real Canadians, but they add an artificial maple syrup flavor to it. One of the flavors that I was thinking of was Midwestern corn-fed farmer, until I remembered that because all of these people, there are regional flavors to individuals depending on where you come from. They make summer sausage out of people from the Midwest, Midwestern corn-fed farmer, because when you as a human being take a bite of this Midwestern corn-fed farmer summer sausage made from real human beings from the Midwest, oh my God, the nostalgia. You can close your eyes and you can feel the late evening sun on your face. You can feel the tree against your back. You're leaning against it early evening, because you're under 10 years old. The wind is soft and gentle. It's a warm day. You've just finished playing baseball on this lazy summer day, and you're just taking your time. You're feeling sleepy. You've eaten one of the children from the other team, so you're full, you're sleepy, and it's a perfect lazy summer day. And the thing is, you can be a city person, born and bred inside an urban area, and not like baseball, and your third eye opened when you were 15 years old. So you didn't eat anyone at all when you were 8. And yet, that summer sausage, oh, that nostalgia. It is almost overwhelming in how wonderful it is. The Midwestern corn-fed farmer. Thumbs up for that. It's like some of the tourists from Philadelphia come up with a real cheesesteak flavor. Germans, a lot of Germans, it's nice to have that bratwurst flavor, but you don't want that bratwurst flavor all the time. So yeah, regional differences in flavor and taste between human beings depending on where you pick them up before you process them. Nothing better than a full belly of Uncle Bonbon's human meat deli slices. Thumbs up for that. And of course, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. Gonna go through and thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. It's never many anymore, but anything more than 0 is awesome. Thank you all so very much. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended, and even though I count in American Sign Language, brain. We have Jesse Koskinen. Oh my gosh, I have seen, like even a couple years back, just shaders for Minecraft that make it look bloody near photorealistic. The default textures are like 32 by 32. They have shaders out there that are 128 by 128. Amazing detail. And then of course there's the ray tracing that makes it look incredibly photorealistic. Oh my God, it's amazing what they can do with this stuff. Hokey smokes. But I can understand that the Switch, great machine. Old, based on old hardware, but nice that it's portable. I mean, really, really good machine. It's just underpowered, especially now with everything they're doing with Minecraft. Oh my God. So thumbs up. But good to see you in the comments. And we have Zenko Original. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. And I will do my best. And there is Ari Kapastarant, I hope that's pronounced even halfway properly. And if I use the shear on pumpkins, I can change the way they look, so I'm going to do that. Flora Mew, greatly appreciated. I'm checking out that character AI thing, so thumbs up. And yeah, there's more of the whole feeling stupid about wanting to be eaten stuff coming up, so we shall see. JAYY, greatly appreciated. Thumbs up, thank you very much, and greatly appreciated. Chris, thumbs up, thank you, good to see you as well. Sarge77 return, CODM, who tells me how I can make a melon block out of melon slices in Minecraft, and thank you, that's going to help. Conspo Lopez, I have seen people play the Harry Potter game, you know, the new one, and they've been just desperately irate because of just it's so hand-holdy and 2 minutes of gameplay and 15 minutes worth of cutscenes. But as for J.K. Rowling, I loathe her. She is just a worst kind of turf. When then we have confused Owl 29. It's always under Marvin time. Good to see you as well. There is Nightshade Magician. Magickian, thumbs up, thank you much. And RJ Mitchell, who's it's the weekend already, but they say they are playing a festival with their band this weekend, so thumbs up, thank you. Good to see you. And that is it. 11 people in the past 24 hours that left me comments. Greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. Get me out of my head, into the world, and dealing with real people, if only for a short time, and if only in text. But hey, anything is awesome, thank you. So I'm going to try and get some recording done on one of my solo RPGs. Like, I do need to do more D100 Dungeon, but I also want to do like Treasure Awaits and the Rusty Dagger and some micro chapbook and Alone Against Fear and oh my gosh, there's the composite that I'm going to be doing with using both White Box, Scarlet Heroes, and a whole bunch of hex crawling and dungeon generation things. So thumbs up for that. And hey, hopefully you can get done the things that you want to get done. That would be awesome as well. And if not, don't beat yourself up. That doesn't help. So no matter where you are, if people are getting sick, try taking precautions. If people are getting hurt, again, try taking precautions. When things are dangerous and people are getting hurt, I try not to go there. That's a good idea. And of course, if you're out of walking and you hear the mournful howl of the bus station, just hunker down and it won't hurt long. I mean, when that bus hits you, your corpse is going to splash. So it's going to be quick. So, until we meet again, you take care, have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing.